Hi there, I'm doing a kitchen refurb just now, so I just wanted to show you this whilst I'm here. These are 4 different types of drills, all from Makita. Now what I wanted to show you is not to discuss the individual specs and which one's better, etc., but just to show you the reasons why I purchased these ones, so that you can possibly make the decisions, better decisions, without actually having to buy 4 drills. So the first one here, I purchased a long time ago, and I got this from Costco. There was a deal on it where I got this and also a driver unit as well. I thought Makita brand, Makita's got all the best tools. They make some fantastic tools, so let's stick with that. It's a known brand, a good reputation. Did it do the job well? It did the job really well for what I was using for, which was just minor drills in wood, and a little bit of hammer drilling into cement. And that's where it all went wrong, because when I was hammer drilling this in cement, you get a little bit too comfortable with it, and it damaged the whole unit. So therefore it's now skew-if when it drills in. So it has limitations, and if you push the limitations, that's when things go wrong. The one good thing about it was it used its 18-volt lithium battery, which then plugged into a number of things, such as my jigsaw, which I bought, which used the same battery. The advantage of using the same battery is that you can keep them uncharged and just interchange them. Previously I had a mix of different brands, and that meant when I wanted to use something, it wasn't charged, and therefore I'd be waiting an hour to get it. Kind of like defeated the purpose of having a good unit if you had to wait an hour to actually get use out of it. Also, when it died, I only had the one battery, so therefore I would have to charge it. This one came with 2 batteries, one for the driver, one for this drill as well. So again, it gave me a little bit of interchangeability. And as I said, I bought the next one, which was the jigsaw, which matches with this battery. So the next drill, when this one died, I bought this one, which is a new LXT range. Again, a larger battery, still 18 volts, but it delivers more power, I believe, than the older, thinner batteries. Now, this was only £30 or so. I got this on eBay. It was quite brilliant replacement for this one. Allowed me to do the holes, etc. But rather than use this hammer drill function, which basically was trying to put too much pressure on it, I bought another drill, SDS drill, which is much more aggressive, and that allows me to go through cement and brick walls with much greater ease, staying within the limitations of the battery. So when you start using these for cement, etc., you're pushing them through into high limitations. Great drill, but the other thing it's got is I like to say, it's got a light on these. I don't know if it has. Let's have a look. No, this one doesn't have a work light, and work lights are quite useful, especially if you work in the dark. Being in Scotland, we often have quite a lot of dark nights, etc. So if you're working outside, lights are really good. And this is where we now move on to the slightly more professional range, which is this Makita, what is it, a DHP484. This is quite an impressive step up from these 2 other drills. Okay, I'll just give you the names of them. This is the DHP453, and the one using the older battery is the HP457D, okay, with the older battery. So this is the Makita, which runs on the the Makita newer drill that I got, which is the 484. It's in the current range. And I'm just going to pop on this battery here. So listen to this. Okay, can you hear that? You can hear it turning. Okay, the advantage of this one straight away is it has a work light. Okay, I don't know if you saw that, so let's just turn off the lights and I'll just show it again. Okay, there's your work light on. And that's actually quite a great light to work with in dark situations. It's got the hammer drill function, etc. Do I feel more confident with this one using the hammer drill? Very much so. Okay, so this gives it the better quality build, gives it the more torque, the more robust unit, and it's a sealed unit, means it's got a greater degree of leverage to go through concrete, etc. And it means that in small jobs, again, I'm just going to keep away from using the SDS drill. I could probably get away with using this. The one thing I didn't like about this particular unit is it lacked a depth gauge. Again, I'm thinking, well, if you're going to have something, let's make it better. But just listen to the noise of this. That is quite a turn. Okay, now we're going to move on to this other one here. This one had a little bit of movement on the chuck, which I didn't like, and that indicates me that the build quality on this particular one, I think, is just exceptional. It just wasn't plugging in true. It just wasn't true. Okay, now this is a completely different beast altogether. Okay, can you hear the sound on this one? And you're actually getting a wind coming from this as well. It's very, very, very quick. Okay, this is one of the most powerful Makita drills in the LXT range, and I'll give you the number on it again. This one is a DHP486. I'm just going to show you again using this. There's wind coming from. I'll try and hopefully show you where that wind is coming from. There you go. You can see the motor pushing the air on this plastic pad. Okay, that is quite a cool amount. Now, over here you've got the depth gauge. You know, this thing is absolutely brilliant for measuring. Let's say, for example, you're putting in a raw plug on there. You use your drill, attach your drill onto here. You add on your, you take away your raw plug, and you just subtract it back, and then this will lean against the wall when you're ready. Okay, now that means you're just drilling to the correct depth, no more, and it's just a little bit neater. And of course, you've got these handles will give you an idea of the amount of torque that this thing can put out, where you need a second hand to just stabilize it for bigger jobs. Why have I settled on this job? Because one is it saves me picking up the SDS drill. Again, it's more powerful than even the 484, DHP484. So again, allows me not to pick up the SDS drill, which is also Makita and also an LXT, but it just keeps me away from just picking up another drill, creating more clutter. Okay, so is this able to do everything else the other ones do? Yes, it is. Is it much heavier? Well, not really. If you're a guy, this is this is just manageable quite nicely. Now, the other thing to note with this, you can really feel the difference in the build quality. The difference in this chuck here is just brilliant. The predictability of these jaws, gripping jaws, are just brilliant. You can really feel the difference even on the 484. This is a much more professional unit. Cost wise, you're looking about £130. Lifespan wise, this sealed unit is probably going to be able to cope with everything that you're throwing at it, and life is just going to be so much easier if you become a master of one tool rather than finding you have to replace the tools every so often because you've pushed them past their actual limit. So again, this one has two LEDs on it, so I'm just going to show you the difference in light quality. Again, a much brighter light from this unit, I think, and you can see it's got a pre and post, so when it started you can just touch it to bring it on, and this post light will just keep it lit even after you've finished. So yeah, so I think this is the reason why I picked this particular unit, which is the 486. For the little bit extra that you're paying, it really makes a difference. Now also, going cheap on your burrs is also going to affect the quality of your drill holes. So I use these Bosch ones here. I stick with Bosch as opposed to going and getting a big pack of no brands, because predictability is an important thing, especially with the cost of goods just now. Guys, I hope this has been useful for you. I really appreciate all the time that you spend watching these videos, and again, thank you so much. I hope this helps you.